The other cool thing is for the user, so say I'm Brandon and I just want him to kind of check my hours again, and I'm looking at it, I can even go check my paycheck stubs. Like if I needed, often for like bank or anything, you'll need to kind of get to your payroll stubs. I can only get to mine. Here's my stuff, and then if I needed to, I can even click on it and get the physical version. Excuse me, then I have to get a cough drop. Basically, we were just kind of lightly playing with payroll and time cards. Shannon, what I'd like you to do, just for a second, just so I can kind of get a cough drop, is let's have you go in here to the admin time clock, and let's experiment with some of these little links up here at the top, okay? And if you don't know what they are, click on them, and we'll figure it out.
Okay. Well, this first one seems pretty self-explanatory. Add a new time card for the user. So we would just add another one for Adilas demo supervisors. We got in here at, let's say, 30 a.m. for work, setting up for the sewing class, or our class here. And then he left at 11:30, so that's pretty self-explanatory. Set up and take down. Last one. Okay. Add the new card. Great. So that just added a new card, and it looks like it's modified on both times because we just added it for them. So clock in for user. So that would just be a clock in page. We wanted to clock in.
So then they would have to finish it. But like, say for instance, they were traveling and you're like, hey, I'll clock you in. Okay. Say you called your manager and they knew that you were going to go to somewhere
site
and then you were going to come back or something. I'll clock you in this morning. Okay. They basically can start that ball rolling so we can happen.
Oh, that's great. That's great. Okay, so, multi-user clock in or clock out. So this would probably be, if we went to our sewing department, we could clock a bunch of these guys in. If they were doing, maybe they're at an expo for us or something, we could give them bulk hours, right? So
this is a great way to kind of do vacation time, holiday pay, like say for instance something like that, like, okay, I'm going to give everybody Christmas, and click, 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 here's 8 hours for Christmas Day or whatever. So you go literally this fast, and you can add boom, boom, boom. Actually, why don't you go ahead and put it just for fun under holiday?
Oh, under holiday? Okay.
It's right at the bottom. Sorry, I should let you just figure. I just wanted to show you that like the only time that you actually have options for holiday pay and vacation pay is through admin or manager levels. Like the normal person can't put like vacation pay, squeeze.
Okay, so that added a time for all of them. This is great. Cool. Sweet, you can add it in bulk. Set up managers' time clock settings. So would this be assigning managers to?
So technically what this is a manager's time clock. We don't know what it has is it's a 2-part permission, okay? And then you can tell on this demo who they're over. So say for instance you wanted to say, okay, if Adilas demo got that permission, it's a 2-part permission. You have to turn it on in the permissions, and then somebody has to also connect.
Assign them to the department they're
Correct.
assigned to.
Correct. It's 2
Makes
parts.
sense. Which makes sense. So we could assign Adilas demo to supervisors. That's where they're at.
Correct. So the cool thing that happens there is technically if I'm Adilas demo, I could actually now modify my own records.
Correct.
Without having admin access. I can, all those other holiday pay ones, I won't even be able to see them. Go like this, click on the home link for just a second. Okay? And go to the classic homepage, Shannon, because if you don't have manager links from this map interface. And system liabilities, go to the manager's time clock. Click go. You're limited to a certain number of departments, okay? So the only ones you even see are under the supervisors, okay? Like you can't even see anybody else's stuff because that's a semi-limited function.
That makes sense. Yeah, this is yours. Okay. Very cool. So back at the admin time clock, lockdown time cards. This we could just lock so that they can't be changed anymore?
Okay, so what this does is, remember how it's stacked almost 3D? If you lock down time cards, what it does is it makes it so managers can no longer alter that, okay? So if you were to go back to, basically when you clicked it, all it did is it said, hey, cool, I successfully locked this many of the time cards, okay? But just for fun, why don't you go to the class, go chooser for just a second. Go to classic, go to manager's time clock. And go ahead and try to click on one of your time clocks that are there. Okay.
So change this.
This might be because it's yours, it might let you in, but technically what it should do is it should lock some of those time cards.
Oh, I didn't lock
You
any.
You didn't lock any?
I didn't lock any.
Okay, okay. But if you scroll all the way down just for fun, there is actually a lock even on a physical time card, and you can lock it so that nobody can do it. It's just another level of security. Okay? And you may not even see that right there. It might actually have to be on the admin level, but literally there is a lock that you can do it.
Yeah, I actually didn't lock anyone's, but I can lock someone's. Do we just click on it to lock it?
Okay, so hang on. What you probably have to do is actually read the help file. That link right there of the lock time cards, lockdown time cards, we probably have to read the help file and kind of be like, okay, what does that do? It probably runs an automatic thing behind the system that says, okay, cool, I'll lock things down to a certain level or whatever. Okay? But if you click on one, I want to show you that there is physically a lock. Scroll down just a little bit, click on one of those entries. Now scroll down a bit. Okay, there you go. And currently this one is unlocked.
Got it.
Okay. So I'd have to check the help file if it's like, hey, cool, I'll lock everything that was 7 days and older back. I can't remember if there's actually a window there that it does, but
Okay.
basically it does some locking.
Great. And then payroll homepage. It's our last one. So
Cool. Why don't you run one for one of the persons that just got some holiday pay?
okay.
So calculate payroll.
So let's
And
go
I
with
don't know who was in there. I don't know if you have to remember.
Natalie Needlepoint was.
Okay, go ahead and just say calculate.
Yeah. So she's got 72 in there. And we don't need to adjust anything there.
No, you can almost just go right down the bottom.
So yeah, we'll create that paycheck stub.
So it was that easy for her, okay? She just had holiday pay. That's all she had. Then you just pop through this little thing and it creates the expense. It ties it right back to that piece of the puzzle. You have a couple other pieces you haven't filled out yet.
Got it.
Check number, the type, you were kind of jumping a little fast.
Sorry, yes, I need. Okay.
Probably
So
maybe
this
just-
would probably go under something special if you did have a holiday pay, correct?
If you wanted to, you totally could, but yeah. Okay. And then you're ready. It's virtually completely connected out to her. They run other payroll reports that are kind of fun. And we'll do your payroll homepage for a second. So those top forms are prep, kind of checking commissions. Go down a little bit. The first one in the middle, we use the calculate. That kind of takes you to the add form. Go to the next one down. Okay.
That's not helpful. Okay.
Okay, this next one is like searching and looking things up. There's two links, basic, et cetera, like advanced. Advanced is kind of like, hey, I want to see this column, this column. This is how you get to those numbers that you then enter into the system. Okay. Right now, why don't you just click search. Hey, under this department, we have this, and then there's ties to the different expenses and deposits. Here's your numbers. here's your values. You can search, hide, whatever you needed to do. But basically, it starts pulling back some of your payroll type information.
Good stuff. Great.
Awesome. Thank you for bailing me out there. I was like, those darn allergies. I've got a cough drop in now, so that's all good. Okay, any questions that you have at all on payroll stuff? Like, we haven't done any commissions or anything. Did you guys want to go clear to that level or just play with these pieces of the puzzle?
Sure, we did. I've never seen commissions. So.
Okay, great. So ideally what happens on commissions is, first off, we probably need to go back to our department settings and kind of say, hey, I will pay you on commissions, okay? Mm-hmm. So the first place let's do it is let's actually go back to our department homepage. So I'm going to hit payroll, and there's a link to the department homepage, and I'm going to go under supervisors and under Adilas demo. I'm going to go ahead and click on them, and we are going to go ahead and say, you know what, I'm going to give you a 12% commission on any items you sell, and anything that you physically do and make, I'm going to go ahead and say, cool, I'll give you a 20% commission. Okay? So this is on Adilas demo under the supervisors department. I just modified some things. A couple other settings if you wanted to. Do you want to tie it just to a certain department or a location, or is this corp-wide? So this is like a manager. Okay? Say you have multiple stores, and you're like, I will pay you 5% off everything. Like how wide are we sweeping for these commissions, okay? So right now we're just going to do individual sales. We're not really super worried about that. That's all we need to do, and we come down and we say edit the payee, which basically just kind of modifies just slightly that little connection, okay? Now what let's do is let's actually go to our invoice homepage. And we've actually sold a bunch of things, so potentially we could be making a pretty decent commission, okay? However, one thing that hasn't happened is we have not advanced the ball for sales, okay? So if I were to actually pull my stuff right now, even though I have all of these sales right here, the ball hasn't been advanced for the payroll. Here's what actually happens right here, okay? This is just the logistics behind it, okay? So if you have the different little holding tanks, okay, so we created the sale, we landed in this little holding tank. Sweet, okay? But if I go to pull payroll, nothing has been advanced to the okayed for payroll status. You can do that on a one-by-one basis. Basically, it's another level, if you will, like you have to advance that ball. I'll show you on a one-by-one basis, and then we'll do it in bulk, okay? So basically, you have to have the admin permissions over invoices in order to actually verify an invoice. So what we're going to do is we're just going to click on this one, printable, or edit. It doesn't make a bit of difference. And basically what we're doing is we're looking for this guy right here, the verify link, okay? If I click on it, what it does is it starts saying, oh, cool, cool, what have we got? Yes, I've got that. Yes, I've got that. Yes, I've got that. And okay for payroll. Any sort of special payroll notes, or like you can start basically playing, if you will. It's to the payroll level. Okay, you just click update. What this does is it queues it up as okayed for payroll. Okay, so technically now, if I'm back at my invoice homepage, it's kind of doing some stuff right here. This little column right here where it says payroll, you can see that only one of them currently is okayed for payroll. If I wanted to do all the rest of these and say I'm happy with all my data, I checked it, I did whatever, you could actually go like this. I'm going to receive invoices, okay? And I'm going to go, these are all for Adilas demo, perfect. Click, 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 okay? Perfect, that date's good, do it. Okay, so basically it just cleaned out all of those. If I go back to my invoice homepage, you'll now see that I just verified everything with a certain date and put OK. Okay, you can do multiple things fast. So now everything's been verified, and I'll be able to pull my report. So if I go home now, oh, so here's a problem. I just thought of a small problem. We currently are under hourly for our main thing. We need to be hourly plus commissions, okay? Because this won't hurt anything, but watch what happens, okay? Payroll, Adilas demo, we'll pull it under the calculate portion. We'll hit calculate. Here's my hourly stuff, and it didn't pull any sort of commissions in here under my items or my labor, okay? The reason is this little problem right there, okay? So watch this. We need to quickly edit this thing. Now, you can just technically go here, boom, flip it right here to hourly plus commission, okay? Then it's going to actually kind of say, oh, cool, I can play, okay? Watch this. I'm just going to hit back just a couple times. Calculate payroll page. Here's where it pulled originally, and it was on hourly. I'm going to hit refresh. Hourly plus commission. Cool. Check this out. Here's what you got here. Here's what you got here. So I'm going to actually make a bunch more money on commissions. Okay. Sweet. Yay, yay, yay. If you wanted to, often people who are doing major payroll stuff, they'll actually go like this. Get report, which basically pulls a miniature version of this. File, print, hit back. Go to the next one, file, print. That way you're virtually saying when you actually get your payroll check, you might get a couple extra pieces of paper. Here's what your commissions were for this. So it actually breaks it out. Hey, the total was this. Here's our profit. Here's what your commission was on these different little pieces. It kind of helps the person understand. But as soon as you expand it from just hours into commissions, you now have a bunch of pieces that are going to start pulling into the puzzle as far as like what your percentages are and what your values are. Gives you your totals. If you wanted to, here's how easy it could be. Say you wanted to also give them a bonus, $100. So now technically the math was wrong. I would just click this little teeny button and it'll just do a little JavaScript to update this number. So now I just added $100 in bonus. It did not change any of these taxes yet, but as long as this is checked, it'll recalculate those taxes for me. I'll just say calculate. So technically, here's my new one for $203, okay? I'm not going to go clear through the thing to create the expense. We're just kind of demoing some stuff. But basically, that's how you can pull in commissions. It's that easy. I got $9 and $65 on my commissions just because the system's there. I already know who's the salesperson, and it's able to pull things in. So when we originally started, we started in the vehicle and trailer industry. That's super important. Those people were almost strictly off commissions or whatever, you know, and so we did commission stuff way kind of early. There are some, we have had some additional requests for some additional ways to calculate some payroll, but those are going to be some futuristic, some more futuristic things that are coming down the pipeline. The thing that gets kind of funky is like, we can allow, what we do is we say, we can even split deals. Say you had one salesperson and then another salesperson, and then this one has a 20% and this one has a 20%. Well, you don't want to pay 40% on that invoice, okay? You want to pay a total of 20%. So you would split it half of what their things are. We can split it out. It does lots of different stuff that way. One of the new ways that people would like to do it is they're like, I want to do this, but I want to pay them off of this part of it, like kind of some custom stuff. And so there will be some additional modifications as we go forward through payroll. But fairly self-explanatory, not a big deal. The cool thing is, once again, if I'm the user and I click on time cards and I hit view my paycheck stubs, boom, here's all of my information right here. I can get right back to my stubs and info and what was state withholdings and what was federal and et cetera, et cetera. I've got all of my info right there at my fingertips as a user. I can't interact with it. You have to be at the upper payroll admin level. Not a problem. Here's a huge recommendation if we're talking payroll, okay? If you go to the payroll homepage and you physically are going to be doing payroll, we've shown you some quick little things about this, but what you're going to want to really do is you're going to want to read this help file. It's not super long, but the most important part is this right here, general instructions for doing payroll. It has a couple paragraphs. It's really not super long at all. It kind of says, hey, here's what you need to do. You need to prep, then you need to do it. And then there's a final step called cleanup, okay? Now, some people have said, why in the world do we have to clean up after payroll? I would ask you guys, why would you have to potentially clean up after payroll? And what would a potential problem be? Okay, here's what ends up happening. Okay, remember how we had some of those options? Hey, is this an individual sale? Is this just by location? Is this global? So if we were cleaning up payroll as we did it, all of a sudden, because some of those settings need bigger pieces, what if you paid the individual and you're like, okay, cool, I'll just wrap those right out of the payroll system. Well, all of a sudden, what if you're paying on that bigger, higher global level and you wanted everybody's sales, not just this one's, but some of them have already been cleaned up, basically fully tied and all cleaned up. They wouldn't be pulled in, okay? You'd have to change some of the main logic to kind of go to that level. So what we do is if you're running payroll, the bottommost one is called finished payroll, okay? Especially if you're dealing with stock units. But we're going to just go ahead and jump in here and just say, hey, what have I got, okay? What I need to do is I need to just check all of these off and say, mark them as paid because I physically paid Adilas demo, okay? If I don't, the next time that I go to pull payroll, they will pull in, okay? Because we don't know who else you're going to want to pay those on, okay? Whether it's just the individual that's tied to it or whether it's literally a manager that's not even remotely tied, but because of settings, they get paid on everything. So that's a small little thing that we call cleanup, okay? It's literally this easy. End of payroll, click it, make sure you got your things, mark as paid, boom, done, okay? At this point, there's literally nothing that is currently sitting out there saying, hey, I'm okayed for payroll right now, okay? So I'm done. I'm done. I print my checks out, get all my reports done. I'm technically done, okay? So what did that do to the balance sheet? What did it do to the P&L? Actually, I better say that I'm not totally done. There are some manual pieces that you still need to kind of wrap up. Just because, what about all those things that you owe to the government, and who's this and this, and which entity do you need to pay? Well, we don't know all those things. Imagine every single town and city, and depending on if they have all these different little pieces, how are you supposed to track that? What we do is we go like this. We'll catch your numbers, we'll hold them, we'll help you calculate them. When you're ready to do it, and if you're serious about payroll, pull a little report, okay? And then you're going to probably need to put these little things in as your payables to those entities, okay? So we just are kind of catching the pieces of that particular puzzle. Awesome. Any other questions on that? We did a little hourly, did a little vacation time, did a little commission. Not too bad. Wasn't too hard.